It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. I know this'll be the day. Oh, yeah. Everything will be okay. Oh, yeah. I kiss my cares all away. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up. Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day.
Happy Monday, everyone. It's me all alone today. Mike, letting him sleep in. I don't know if you guys got the message, but Cecile came in to see us. She's going to spend some time with us. Tanner is off on a research boat for the next 2 months. So she came here to stay with us, and her flight was delayed, and she got in it landed at 1:30. So Michael went and picked her up, and I told them, just relax, I got this. So thank you guys for joining us this morning. And a couple of things before we get started I want to talk about. So tomorrow, Tuesday, the 17th, is our monthly agent dinner. And tomorrow we have a few of us who are participating in my installation for CCAR. We are going to have a meeting, and it's going to be at local Yocal where the installation is going to take place, and we're starting there at 4. So what we thought is we would just continue it and have our agent dinner there. So we'll have some drinks and food and appetizers and things. So if you are, it's important that if you are planning to stay for that and you are coming to agent dinner, please let me know, because I'm going to need to let them know and prepare for us to have space. So if you are coming to agent dinner tomorrow, it will be at local Yocal. Let's do 6 o'clock, and I need to know. I need to know if you're going to be there, okay? All right, so we'll get started. So we have 2 topics today. We're going to do Stacey's weekly update to start. We always love that. And then we're going to talk about rising taxes and the effects it has on buyers and sellers at closing. With taxes going up, this is something I think we need to talk about. So I'm going to grab this bell and let's get started.
Hey, good morning, Acquisto Real Estate family and everyone who's joining us for TNT today. It's a Making It Happen Monday. I hope everybody had a great one this weekend and stay nice and cool. I'm looking forward to the cold front that we're going to have coming at the end of this week, where we're going to end up in the 80s. I'm extremely happy and excited about that. I was out showing properties last week and this weekend, and you guys, the trenches are rough, but here we are, and it was a lot of fun and got to learn so much, and it was great to do it. So I wanted to, couple reminders, backup offers and keeping in touch with agents. I know we talk about that a lot, but after I showed all the properties, there was another friend I was looking at something for, and then this area she was looking at, there were probably 30 to 40 houses that were on the market active, but 12 to 15 of them had gone from active to active option or pending back to active. So what does this tell me? This tells me that the sellers most likely took the highest offer, that the buyer had an option period, and even if they didn't have an option period, they probably used one of the other outs that's in the contract, and they had an inspection done, and nobody could come to terms on the inspection. Is typically somebody wanting all the cosmetic things to be fixed that really are not significant, because they're paying a really high price for a house. So then the seller's like, no, I'm not doing it. And then they go back on the market. So don't forget about those. Always just keep searching, looking. You will find those and they will work. You may see that once or twice. One of the houses that we went into this weekend, it had been back on the market twice. So it happens. So hang in there. Keep in touch with the agent if your folks like a house. Put that backup offer in if that seller will accept it. Because a lot of times, again, you'll get a buyer that's not our buyer, but there'll be a buyer that's under contract that they can't live without something, or they find out the rules in the HOA don't work for them. Anything. Keep the backup in there if you can. If not, keep talking to the other agents. So there's my food for thought for today, but I know you guys are great, and most of you do that no matter what. So Monday, May 9th through Sunday, May 15th, we had 2 executed contracts turned in and then 1 backup executed contract turned in. So way to go on those. and congratulations. And then we had one closing last week, and things are just moving along and coming to fruition. I'm here if you guys need me. So I hope everybody has a great week, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Great. Thank you, Stacey. Yes, you guys know that I am a firm believer in the backup offer. It's like one of my favorite things and ways to get in there and actually get an offer accepted. So don't underestimate it. And I love it. Stacey's out there conducting business, doing showing. She knows and feels our pain. So I did talk to Stacey about this over the weekend and thought maybe we should, take turns and go over there and sit with her and see all the things that she goes through during the day. I think we would, not that we don't have a great appreciation for Stacey, like the utmost respect and appreciation for Stacey, but I think we would be shocked. So anyway, thank you, Stacey, for that, and we'll move on to our next topic. Hey guys, let's talk about rising taxes and prorations between buyers and sellers at closing. So as we know, we're seeing a significant increase in our values, in our property values, and our assessed values, which in turn is making our, the taxes increase, our property taxes increase. So a lot of people ask, what are the taxes and what values should taxes be based on? Is it the current year? Is it last year? Well, I got my statement, so why can't we use this? So as a rule of thumb, they go on the previous year's taxes. And they do that because that is what is set. That is what the actual is. And until we have new information, that is what it should be based on. But what's happening is rates are not set until the CAD, the Central Appraisal District, certifies the values. So the beginning of the year, we get our statements, and then we have until May 15th to protest those, which means that you are protesting that value in some way, shape, or form. So then the hearings, after you set a protest, the hearings happen between May 15th and July 15th. Okay, and during that time, the values can change. So those values may not be set up until September. And then October is when the statements come out. So if you're closing anytime up until that time, it's in your best interest to go ahead and use the previous year's taxes. Okay, so we all know that buyers want it based on the highest price because they want that collected from the seller, and the seller wants it at the lower price, okay? So there's two ways in the contract that this is protected, okay? You can ask the title company, okay, to use a different value, and they might if it's already set. If you have data and maybe that you have information and your seller says, I haven't protested the taxes, it is at a lower rate. If the buyer and seller do agree, you can give that to the title company and you guys can tell them you want it based on that new value, right? So you can do that, but most of the time it's going to be based on the previous years because that's what's set in stone. So let's pull the contract over, Omkar, and I just want to remind everybody of two paragraphs in the contract. First one, paragraph 13, talks about the prorations and how that works. So as we know, the taxes are collected from the seller for the period of time that they owned the home up until closing. And then it's credited to the buyer. And then when taxes come due, the buyer's responsible for 100% of it. Okay, so taxes for the current year, interest, maintenance fees, assessments, dues, rents will be prorated through the closing dates. The tax proration may be calculated taking into consideration any change in exemptions that will affect the current year's taxes. If taxes for the current year vary from the amount prorated at closing, the parties shall adjust the prorations when tax statements for the current year are available. If taxes are not paid at or prior to closing, buyer shall pay taxes for the current year. So that's what that says. That, seller's going to credit the buyer, and when the taxes come due, buyer's responsible for the rest. So what if that value is different? And what if there's a significant difference in that versus what the seller credited you? So if you go down to 19, paragraph 19 of our contract, it says, all covenants, representations, and warranties in this contract survive closing. So just because you close doesn't mean that you can't go back on these things to the seller and request them to make it whole. If any representation of seller in this contract is untrue on the closing date, seller will be in default. Unless expressly prohibited by written agreement, seller may continue to show the property and negotiate backup offers. So the important thing to remember here is this survives closing. So after closing, if you get the tax statement and it's significantly off, then you go back to the seller and you request them to pay the difference. I always look at things how it would look and play out in a court of law. And I always go by the contract, right? The contract says it survives closing. So if you had to take them to court, I don't see any reason how you wouldn't win. But you would have to do that. So there are some hoops to jump through, but just know that there are those protections if your clients ask. Okay, so if you have any questions on that, please let me know. And, we think sometimes that, values are not going to go down, values may go up, whatever. Don't assume anything when someone is protesting their taxes, right? Because they could go down. You just never know, right? So even if they don't protest and they get their tax statement, it could still go down. So don't just assume during that time that it's not, that based on last year, that it's just going to go up. It could go down. It depends on what information and data that they have. So, and again, if you have any questions on that, please let me know. But just, have this conversation with your clients and make sure that they are aware. You don't want to get a call in October and they're like panicking because there's a significant difference in that number and in that value. Okay? All right. All right, that's a wrap for today, guys. We have Stacey's weekly update, which was great information. And then we talked about rising taxes and the effects it has on buyers and sellers. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Keep at it. I know it's difficult out there. I heard over the weekend from a few agents that I know that their showings were down. But then they had tons scheduled for today and tomorrow. So that was odd. I had one of my friends that had an open house and nobody showed up. So it's weird out there, you guys. So just hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fabulous job, and I'm proud of each and every one of you. And a reminder that tomorrow's agent dinner will be at local Yocal. And if you plan to come, please let me know. All right. Have a great day.
dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Oh, yeah. Everything will be okay. Oh, yeah. I kiss my cares all away. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Hey. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. Na, 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 na. It's gonna be a good day. Na, 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 yeah. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my